All right, day number 8, we're going to be getting into the communication phase. Now let's build some communication skills. Because us men, I don't know about you, I know me, I didn't learn how to communicate well, especially with women who are full of emotions. Like it was just, I talk and you listen. Eat, man. Like I didn't learn how to communicate, especially emotionally, right? Because look, in relationships, this is what I found, that most relationships, because I've been counseling marriages, relationships for over 20 years, and most relationships don't have a communication problem, they have a listening problem. So we have to, let's check your ears, right? I'm the relationship doctor. We need to check out your ears, clear it out, because it's not because you don't care or your partner doesn't care, but it's because we were never taught how to listen in a way that makes the other person feel heard, listened to, understood. Like we didn't learn how, I didn't learn how to do that. Like nobody taught me what love was, how to have healthy communication, like what listening is. How do I listen so that way the other person feels safe, understood, valued? Because this is where the power is. So that's what I'm going to show you today is how to listen like an adult, not like the wounded self from your past that will get defensive or and we're listening to reply now, not listening to make them feel understood, right? So look, listening is not agreement. I want you to think of listening as respect. Why do I say that? Because there's a lot of people who avoid listening because of false beliefs. So maybe you have some of these beliefs and we need to get rid of it because you need to become a professional listener. Like I want your partner to be like, man, he's the best listener ever. Like this is what's going to make you the best lover, the best spouse and partner because you're a great listener, I promise you. But you need to understand that listening, it doesn't mean that you're agreeing. It just means that you're respecting. Like people think this, well, Richard, if I listen, that means that, I let them be right. No, that's not what it means. See, but this is a belief that people have. Or if I listen, then that means I'm just surrendering to what they're saying and I'm okay with it. No, it doesn't. Well, Richard, but if I'm listening, then I'm going to lose power because now it looks like they're right and they're just talking and I'm just look like a doormat. I look dumb. No, it's not true. Yeah, but Richard, if I'm listening, I'm saying, what they did or what they said or what they didn't do is okay. None of that is true. Okay, listening does not equal you agreeing with them. Listening does not mean that you approve. Listening does not mean that you now surrender or to what they're saying and to their perspective. It doesn't mean any of that. Me listening, all it means is I respect you enough to hear you clearly. I expect you enough to hear you out. Doesn't mean I agree. Doesn't mean I'm not going to correct you after. It doesn't mean any of that. Okay, but I respect you enough to hear you out. See, this is the mindset I want you to have today. Okay, this is the skill set that we're building. I will listen to understand, not listen to defend or reply. If you can write that down, that'd be great. I will listen to understand, not defend or reply. I will listen to understand, not to defend or reply. You hear that? This is maturity. This is spiritual strength. This is how mature adults should communicate. I will listen to understand, not to defend, and not to reply. I'm going to listen with the intention to understand fully. I'm not going to listen with the intention of like, okay, I'm going to say this, I'm going to defend myself. No. That's what we need to build today, okay? This is mirrored listening. This is the skill set that we're going to build. And mirrored, a mirror, like you look in a mirror and it reflects you, right? So this is called mirrored listening. So there's only 3 steps. This is the skill set that I want you to do today. If you can write these things down, great. If you're driving in a car, okay, I put these very simple, so it's okay. Okay, 3 things. 1, you listen. 2, you repeat back what you heard them say in your own words. You rephrase. And 3, you check if you understood correctly. That's it. And think about what this does. Okay, you're listening. Whether you agree or not doesn't matter. So you're going to listen, and you're listening to understand. So you're going to gather information, right? So you're going to be like, okay, this is what they're saying. Hold on. Let me make sure I heard what you said. I'm going to repeat back what I heard them say in my own words. Now, one of three things is going to happen here. One, they're going to say, yes, that's what I said. Boom. That's all I needed right there. Like, I just proved that I listened and I understood. This is what creates, brings down defensives, creates connections, creates safety, right? That's one thing. Now, or I repeat back what I heard them say in my own words, and now they're going to say, that's not what I said. This is what I said. Oh, now I'm going to listen to understand again. Oh, okay, so let me make sure I got it right this time. So you said this, this, and this. Yes, now you got it. Awesome. Now I can move forward because I proved that I listened and I understood them. Doesn't mean I agree. Doesn't mean I approve, right? Or the third thing can happen. I listen, I repeat back in my own words, and then they're going to say, that's what I said, but that's not what I meant. What the heck? Why did I say that? This is what I meant. Either way, you are correcting. You're making sure that we have clear communication, and you are proving that you understood. Why does this matter so much, Richard? Because in marriages, in painful marriages, the number one thing that creates pain, the number one wound, is feeling unheard. Feeling unheard. Not unloved, unheard. Did you hear that? Most arguments are about this very issue. The fact that the other person feels misunderstood and not heard. So let's fix that in your marriage today. Yes? So this is what mirrored listening looks like. So let's say you're talking with your partner, and you say, okay, you felt like I wasn't paying attention yesterday. Is that right? And then your partner's like, I'm overwhelmed, and then or I felt ignored yesterday. And you say, oh, okay, you felt ignored yesterday. So you felt like I wasn't paying attention to you yesterday. Is that correct? You see? Or they're like, it says, man, Richard, it says I'm super overwhelmed right now. Oh, okay. So you've been carrying a lot, and it's getting really heavy right now. It's getting overwhelming. Did I hear that correctly? I care, right? So I'm just putting it in my own words. If they're like, well, I don't like your tone. Ah, okay, so you're saying my tone felt sharp and it bothered you? I don't want to do that. Is that correct? I know this is very simple, but this is so powerful. This is so healing. If you begin to do this, if you just stop and you listen, you repeat back in your own words just to prove and to make sure that you heard correctly for everybody, man, this is a game changer in your relationship. So this is what I want you to do today. Okay? Do the one, like a 1 minute mirror. This is your assignment. This is your homework. This is your challenge. Ask your partner one question. How has this week felt for you? Because you just went through a whole week of you changing some things, yes or no? So she should have felt something different here, okay? So I want you to trigger the question, hey, and you're not asking defensively, you're not asking sarcastically, you're not asking weird, you're asking very curious, and you really care. And you're going to ask, how has this week felt for you? And just listen. Listen to 1 minute. No interruptions. No trying to fix, no defending yourself, no justifying, no trying to bring explanations in there, no flipping it back to them. Don't do any of that. Just listen. And once they finish, then what do? Here is what I heard. And then you repeat back the key points that they said clearly and repeat it back calmly. Doesn't matter if you agree or not. Your job is to prove that you in fact heard them and understood them. And then you're going to ask, did I get that right? That's it. That's all I want you to do. Okay? This 1 minute mirror exercise with your partner, you know what this does? It makes your partner feel valued. It opens up this emotional space again. It lowers that stress and tension and the defensiveness. It makes communication easier for tomorrow. It rebuilds that connection and trust without needing these crazy, deep, long talks. See, so today is about listening with intention. Okay, so at the end of the day, you're going to do this exercise, right? So at the end of today, I want you to ask yourself, okay, did I do it? Or did I interrupt? Did I get defensive? Did I mentally prepare my comebacks instead of like really being present and freaking listening to what they were saying? Was I trying to like come up with defensive, or was I really listening? Did I mirror back what I heard them say? Was that accurate? If you do this at least once today, you're gonna plant this seed that is a game changer for yourself, this habit, this skill set, but also for your marriage. But if you can do this more than once, you're gonna create this sense of safety for your partner, right? Like your goal isn't depth and these crazy conversations. It's about you bringing clarity and presence. Yes? So again, I want to understand you better. I want to understand you better. This is our intention. This is the seed that we're planting here, right? I not like you don't need to communicate more. Oh, we never talk to me. Oh, I just want to know what you're. No, just I want to understand you better. This is going to start to lower the defensiveness, the weird walls that have been built. So, okay, so today, again, here's the recap, the focus. Okay, it's about listening. Listening. Listening is respect. Listening is love. Listening, mirrored listening. Not listening to reply, but listening to share what you heard them say. So I want you to do that at that activity today, 1 minute thing where you ask a question, how was this last week? Gather that information, repeat back, mirror it, and watch what happens. Okay, I just want you to understand you better. That's what this is about. So tomorrow, we're going to get into, okay, that's listening. What if I don't agree, Richard? I'm going to show you tomorrow how to speak truth in a way that your partner can receive it. Because again, I told you, it's not just about listening like, no, you can still share your opinion. You can still share what you believe. But there's a way to do it. But first, make them feel heard. I'll see you tomorrow. Bless you guys.